Okay, guys, so I'm live. I just finished voting. It took me like 5 minutes or so. I had to line up, but I voted for my for the next government. Casting my ballot, so that's done. And then talking about Canada's sort of like vaulted socialist values. Canada's not a socialist country. Example of socialist country is Vietnam. Vietnam is a socialist country. It's one party, and a lot of the economy is centrally planned, right, and highly regulated. Canada has what it called people what is more accurate called socialist ideas, like ideas that came from socialism. It's like it's akin to like ideas that came from Karl Marx, but it's not communist country, so it's not really socialist country. Vietnam is a socialist country, right? So Canada might have ideas that came from like socialist professors, socialist philosophers, but it's not a socialist country. Right? So, and one of the things, one of the things that's really whack about Canada is like fake kind of like half-hearted attempt at socialism is the cultural quota. Like on the radio or on TV, and you're not free just to spin the hits. A portion of that, those minutes and hours, there's a quota. You have to play Canadian music, and it and the where it gets really off track, and I think this is the big debate, is that they're trying to create like Canadian stars, or I shouldn't say stars. I should say Canadian movies, Canadian songs, Canadian music, right? Pop music, movies that are similar to American, but by a Canadian. And why that's so out of whack is that American pop songs, American movies, and TV shows are talking about American issues, like American inequality, American racism, right? And American middle class, and the issues they face. And if you emulate that, you're just trying to be American. But the formula is like it's what people want to see. So a lot of times, if it's Canadian content, it actually does not deal with Canadian forms of inequality, like the way it manifests, like down in the United States, for example, right? And my inequality might be with like Black people, but up here it might be with more so with Native Aboriginals. You know what I mean? So it's still racism, it's still inequality, but it's really a different group has to take priority, right? A different group is more in need, and so on and so forth. It's those little differences, right? But it's still about racism. But instead of that, they try to emulate. So like East LA in Canada, and Vancouver, for instance, they might find a neighborhood that's reminiscent of East LA. They might try to make Toronto reminiscent of New York City, like all the Hispanics and stuff. It's not the same, right? And also they're scared to tackle these issues like oil and native rights and stuff like that, because they're scared of the sort of like the backlash, because nobody up here really talk to one another. It's not like that everybody has to be an expert in everything, but seriously, nobody really up here really talks to one another. It's a bit of a selfish country for all of its, it wants to be socialist, but it's a bit of a selfish country because they don't talk to one another. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.